Hello, hello, I am Madeleine and welcome to my crochet journal, September 2025. Okay. Oh, look at all the red. I have to apologize. I always see this very bare white wall, but this is the most comfortable spot in my house at the moment where I can accommodate everything here. So, I've got finished stuff, I've got new stuff, I've got new stuff that's finished, and a lot of new ideas and things I'm busy with. So grab your cup of coffee or grab your crochet things and your knitting things and knit a little and crochet a little while we are chatting and looking at what I've accomplished for September. And yeah. You haven't seen or heard me for a while, but I've been very busy. I think there's a couple of videos that came out, but it was all, what do you call it? It was, where's my words? Coffee. I need coffee. But yeah, scheduled. It was scheduled videos. It was videos that I've done previously and then I scheduled it to release at a certain stage or certain date. So yeah, because I knew I was going to be very busy and hopefully it's going to cool down a little because anxiety when everything is just, you know, I didn't get a lot of crochet time or yeah, as I normally do, and I can feel it. I'm a lot more angsty than I normally are. So let's get started. First things first, my finished object, of course, is the jumbo jumper. I didn't put it on because I want to show you this is the jumper that I copied it from. Yeah, reverse engineered it from. I don't know, it's not really reverse engineered. I basically just used this as the pattern. Oh, look, sorry, I apologize. The black is causing some lighting problems. But okay. Anyways, so this is the jersey, the jumbo jumper. It's a nice big one and I'm very happy with it. It looks like a Fair Isle on these areas. I'm quite happy with that. And after plenty unraveling and frogging, I am satisfied with the collar or the neckline, even though it looks a little bit more V. I don't mind it really. I don't mind it. Maybe in the future I will, if I do something like this again, because I'm very tempted to try something new. I love how it came out. It's soft. It's very soft. And yeah, so maybe when I do something like this again, I wanted to do the rounded neck because this top has the rounded neck, you know, so I wanted to make a mirror image just with crochet, my own color work and whatnot. And yeah, so I'm glad I could accomplish it, even though the neckline is a little bit more V-shaped, but I think future I will make it even, if I do something like this again, I will make it even more V-shaped because I just can't stand anything putting pressure on my neck at the moment, or most of the time, not just at the moment, most of the time. Yeah, this weighed about 930 grams in the end, you know, but I thought it was going to be more because this is what size is this? This is This is a large. This is a large. I thought it was extra large. Okay, yeah. This was a large. And I normally wear a small. Thus, jumbo jumper for me. Okay, I love the length as well. I'm happy with the length. I could have made it shorter, but I didn't want to. I was happy with this already. And this mimicked this one nearly 100%. Nearly 100%. But I think I got it down now. But yeah, with the cuffs, when I started this jersey, I did these cuffs and the ribbing in normal back post and front post crochet, you know, to create that ribbing look. But after I've started this and I've already finished these parts, I started doing the slip stitch ribbing. And I was very intimidated with the slip stitch ribbing at the beginning, because when you watch videos with people that work with the slip stitch or do slip stitch ribbings, I do mine a little bit differently. They do it in the round, and then they start, oh no, sorry, they do it in a strip, and then they start to work the pattern in the round or flat or whatever, as per normal. And I didn't want to do a separate ribbing and then attach the rest, you know. I wanted to I wasn't confident enough yet, but I have to say my confidence has grown. So I think in the future, when I do make another jersey or jumper or cardigan, I will definitely replace this, even though this looks excellent, because, you know, it's a very fine, the waistcoat stitch. It's very neat stitch, and then comes this chunky ribbing at the bottom. You know, it balances out a bit. But yeah, I would like to try a jersey with the slip stitch ribbing. Definitely. I do enjoy that at the moment a lot, as you will soon see. But anyways, so this jersey was worked from the bottom up. And when I got here, I started with the arm, and when the arms were at the same length, I attached the arms to the body and I kept working in the round, except I started with the raglan decreases that was offset every second decrease because of the waistcoat stitch that wants to lean. Yeah, it leans to the left, so I did offset decreases on the right, so it just pulled it nicely together, as you will see here. But okay, I've got a lot of footage on this, so I'm not going to talk about this anymore, except that I'm very happy with the pure gold, the L pure gold that I used. It was very soft, and this has been worn multiple times. This has been washed just as much. And I think there's somewhere in one of the Jumbo Jumper videos I complained about when I started to attach the arms to the body, that it's still, irrespective of how I crocheted, it still made a hole here. So when I worked in all the tails, I just made sure that I cinched in the stitches together. I didn't just go whipped it. I tried to intricately weave the tail, so when I pulled it together, that all the stitches that it just closed up the stitch. I didn't do like a knot at the bottom of my arm. So yeah, I just weaved in the tail through the stitches, and then when I pulled it tight, it just locked in beautifully. and I did it with both of the arms. I'm very happy. So when I go like this, you don't see a big gaping hole. But yeah, so oh yes, very, very nice. I will definitely have to crochet something. But how do you compete with this? You know, look at this beautiful, beautiful waistcoat stitch, you know, for crochet. That's just stunning. And it's very drapey. I did think I can maybe do something with the moss stitch. I want to do a moss stitch jersey or jumper, and then I'll do the slip stitch ribbing. I think that would look really pretty, but I almost want to do it. I don't want to use multiple colors, even though I love this. I love the look, how everything turned out, where every blocked color is. I think I would like a type of variegated, but not variegated. What I mean by that is it's a solid color, but it looks here and there like there's something else. Or if it's like I want to do a wine red, something in wine red, woo, burgundy or something, that it's maybe, I'll see if I can't find, I know there is pure gold that's got variegated colors. Is it variegated? Yeah, very variegated. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. I'll see if I can't find pure gold in that's got a lot of rose and reds and something like that, and then I'll do another jersey, or I'll probably just do something a little bit more fitting. But this is very comfortable. Now this is very comfortable. So let's see. This aside, this is done. Happy. It took me a year and a half, or was it 2 years? I don't know. I'll have to see, because I only started, now that I think about it, in previous videos I talked about how I ripped it out. I started at the top and it didn't work, and then I started at the bottom, and there's no footage of it, because then I realized when I started this, I didn't plan on recording it. It was only after I've struggled a couple of times, and I thought, no, I should record this. Everybody should see. Listen here, it's not always as easy. You see this beautiful finished project, but that somebody did, and you think, okay, no, they probably took a couple of weeks, and I can't do it because I will never get there. It'll take too long, and this is what you get when you persevere. I persevered through all my struggles. So even though I didn't recorded it from the very, 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 very beginning. So yeah, I'm very happy, very happy about this. Perseverance. It is worth it. Don't sell yourself short. Okay, done. So, before I get to the norms, the normies, the usual ones, I really enjoyed working with the pure gold. So I thought, okay. It's getting to the quiet season at the shop, even though yes, there's still crocheters and people, but it's a lot less. So I thought, okay, how can I help with a little income in the shop? And I thought, okay, I'm a private small mini business owner. It becomes complicated when I start selling other people's handmade products and blah 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 blah. So I thought, oh well, I didn't do too bad with using my husband's jumper as a template. And I thought, okay, but if I think on how much wool I used or yarn I used for my jumper, irrespective of the time period I made it in, because I made it without a pattern. I basically designed and made my own brand new thing. So you don't have something, you only have the shape. And then you have to keep on going back to the shape to see if it's correct, is it correct? And maybe sometimes at the start it looks correct, and when you get further along then you realize no, it's not working out, and then you have to rip through all those stitches and do everything over again. But anyway, so I've got a better idea. My knowledge has grown, and I thought, okay, we are busy, my husband and I, with the reuse, repurpose theme that I'm going on about this year. I've got some planks that we bought that was used somewhere on a farm, and they removed all those planks to replace it with new planks, and they were selling it for really, really cheap. And I thought, okay, I have to take this opportunity. My idea was to use pallets and make, to reuse pallets and make shelves in the shop. And then this guy came along, blessings came along. And I took the opportunity and I bought as much of those planks as I could. Well, we are in the process of removing all the nails, and there's a lot of rusted metal pieces that was attached to it that kept it in place. I think it was on a roof or something. And so yeah, we removed all the debris and we started sanding everything, but yeah, there's a lot there. So I thought, okay, now I've got all those shelves, and the shelves they're not going to be against each other. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put in a rod there, a couple of rods, and then maybe I can hang some clothing articles on those rods to be part of the. I've got a vision. I've got a vision for the shop. So yeah, and I thought, okay, now a couple of articles can be hanging there between the shelves of the cottons and the wools. But now the thing is, what type of articles? What type of wearables? And to be honest, when you buy yourself something. This was what did I say? 930 grams. Let's be real here. So this is basically a kilo's worth of pure gold. Now you know what your pure gold costs per 100 gram in your area. Times that by 10. It's not was not a cheap jumper to make, so imagine you haven't even added your fee, your maker's fee, your designer's fee, or it's handmade, so obviously I can't just sell it for the yarn that I made it with. People won't buy it. They don't buy it. It's cheaper to go and buy it in a shop. So I'm not gonna bother in making these types of jerseys and things for the shop. But what I do know, what the people will buy, is something small for their grandkids. There's always new babies being born. There's always kids running around, and they are growing rapidly. It's one day they, I remember with Alexander, he wore the clothing said like 0 to 3 months, but he was wearing 3 to 6. And by the time he was a tall boy. It wasn't that like he was real chubsters. Well, he wasn't thin either. He was a healthy looking kid, but he was a tall boy. So most of the time I always had to buy bigger clothes. So and it was monthly, or you know, when I went, it's like, okay, time for new clothes, especially at the beginning. Your little weeds, eh? So I thought, okay, I really want to use cottons, obviously, and the pure golds. Now, don't go and tell me, no, if it's for a baby, it needs to be a cotton or blah, 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 blah. I know a lot of grandmas, they use family knit and charity, and they make baby clothing, and then the baby wears it and baby doesn't, nothing happens to baby. He's not getting a rash. He's not, you know, there isn't it doesn't scratch. And so I thought, okay, no, the pure gold is soft enough. I don't have any babies, specifically baby soft wools and yarns in the shop, and I don't really stock up on it because it's a very slow seller. It's more my pure golds, my charities, my cottons, and once in a while the woolly things like the merino or the superwash wool sock yarns. So that's what goes mostly into there. But yeah, so I bought a couple of colors from the shop, and I bought a couple of clothing items from the local shop here, because I don't have baby patterns. I don't, and most of the things I've checked online, you know, it's someone else's things, and I'm not really happy with it. That's the same why I'm always creating my own stuff. Is I have an idea. I already have an idea, and I don't find it online. I don't find it on the patterns or the Ravelries or whatever. So on the basis with what I did with these two, I started to implement it with the baby clothing items. So I bought newborn 0 to 3, 3 to 6, all the way to, I think it's 12 to 18 months. I've got a bag full of baby clothes. There's vests and you know, these types of clothing items. I started with the leggings, because the leggings is easier at the moment, and I've even checked with the stretching, and what I did, it works. So let me show you. I've shown you the the items I've bought that I'm going to use as a pattern or as a template, and I've shown you the yarn for it, and this is what I've gotten so far. I went through my books until I found something I was happy with, and actually I did a couple of swatches from the patterns in my books. It's not a pattern, it's like it's stitch dictionaries. So I went through a couple of things and to see what I'm happy with, and I like these. I like these. I'm very happy with how these are. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think? Is this something you will buy? But yeah, so I did the slip stitch ribbing, and then I even though I did a couple of swatches with the stitch dictionaries that I have, I decided I was more comfortable at the moment with the V-stitch ridge that I'm currently using with the dishcloth because of the texture. It's so nice. I can imagine my little boy lying in his crib or playing on the floor, and he, you know, this texture is so stimulating and so nice, but on the inside it's flat, so there's no ridge or anything that's going to press against the baby's skin either. So and these, it stretches. Let me show you. It really, if you take it like this, it really stretches. So yeah, so these are the small ones. Let me just want to, okay, put this away. So yeah, I haven't, it's not up in the shop yet. I'm doing a couple of things. I don't want to like hang one thing. I want a couple of things to be hanging on the rails. And like I said, I'm still busy with the shelves, and the rails will only go in after the shelves are done. So hopefully by then I'll have a couple of items finished. So yeah, so this is what I've been doing while not filming. Or when I had a moment to do anything. Like I said, it's been busy. So yeah, what do you think? I think it's absolutely cute, and it's got a lot of stretch in the ribbing and in the body. And yeah, it's, I was afraid it was going to be too small, be too big, but it's actually exactly the size of the leggings. It's actually got more stretch than the leggings. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. Like I said, so I'm going to do a couple of leggings, and then I'll start a couple of vests maybe. So obviously you're not going to buy baby crochet on crochet, but sometimes it looks really cute when it's got very simple a very simple vest with a cute crochet legging, or you've got a crochet a top with a soft legging underneath. You know, there's endless things to do, and per gram this is going to work out much more. It's gonna, yeah, this is much more sellable than a jersey made of a kilogram's worth of wool. You know, this isn't even a kilo. This is like 80 grams. So if I put this over into rands, it's going to be much more affordable. And yeah, I think we buy clothing for our children much more easily than we do for ourselves. I don't know, but I experienced that as a mom. I'll see something, oh, there's something pretty for me, but oh, look at this. Alexander's going to look so cute in this. No, I should get this for me. Now I should get it in 5 different colors. But okay, yeah. There's another one I'm busy with. Because, yeah, this is, I think this is the 0 to 3 months. And I've started another one. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? The color. I will most definitely buy this for my boy. I started another one, and it's got, I made little holes so that I can crochet a cord, maybe in a different color. What do you think? I had an idea of maybe inserting or doing something that's more than just one solid color, that's got like maybe a stripe or two somewhere at the front or on the side, and then doing the cord, because when baby's going to start to crawl and roll around, you know, you want to make sure that this is going to stay put. So I've got a couple of cord ideas. I most probably will crochet an I-cord to go through here, so it's not just like this thin string that you or plaited crochet chain, you know, at least that it's a nice solid cord that that you can tie in a bow at the back or at the front. So then when baby starts getting very active, that this stays put. And with all my, I've been very busy in this, and you can see there's a fuzz, but it's not, it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't look bad. So this clothing, yes, you're going to still pay a couple of bucks for it, but it's something that can be reused over and over and over and over for maybe multiple kids. So after you bought it and you used it for your baby, I know I did the same with Alexander's clothes. I donate it to people that can't afford clothes for their kids. So or maybe they can afford a couple of items, but it's never really enough. You all know what's going on out there. So it's something that can be reused over and over again. Yeah, I know these are really cheap to buy, but there's always, I recall, there was always a hole somewhere, or some stitching wasn't done well, and it's pretty now. It's soft and happy now, but when it gets to baby number 2, then these aren't good enough anymore. It's worn through. It's super, super thin. So great for summer, but shame. You have to layer 10,000 layers on your kid just to keep him warm. But yeah, anyways. So these are the current things I'm busy with. And what did I show you? The colors. Oh yes, the colors. I've got now this soft lilac, and there's some of my yarns that I'm reusing, or leftover yarns that I'm repurposing. And I've got this color. Where is it? Yeah, and it's this color. And obviously there's still a nice chocolatey brown that's left over from the jersey that I'll also be using. And I've bought this cloud blue. Is it cloud blue? Bubbles. It's bubbles. I bought bubbles. Look at this beautiful soft blue. And then of course, for those who's got a bit more, that ones, I know I always wanted like a couple of solid, like this, what is this? Jade, like this jade. So I got this dark purple as well. What's it? Garnet. Yes. So it's got a soft and a dark and a soft and a dark and a couple of neutrals. For now. Let's see how it's going. And then of course I bought a packet of the vanilla colors. Which one is this? Yes, this is vanilla, also the pure gold vanilla. And I am thinking of adding, the stripes I was talking about, to do the vanilla, but then to add like a purple stripe, or a purple and a garnet stripe, or the bubbles and the jade stripes, with a vest maybe. But yeah, I still need to figure out what buttons I'm going to use, because I like the clip, those, I don't want to use a normal buttons, even though in the long run the normal buttons might work out better. But I want to try the click, the pressing buttons, because that's what really worked for me when when Alexander was a baby. That was the best, just to click it. Yeah, that was the best. There were a lot of other items, but if there was something with buttons that I had to fasten, and even though it was prettier than the one with with just the press buttons, I will buy the one with the press buttons, irrespective of how pretty the other one was. So, but yeah, okay, that's done. And I reworked my washcloth. I've started it. Here it is. I started a new one. And I'm much happier with it, much happier. Even though I'm still happy with the other one I'm using, it's still great. I did the ribbing at the top, the texture with a V-stitch. And I carried on at the side. Yes, it's still a little bit bumpy, but it looks a lot better. And because I'm adding the ribbing or the extra, I almost want to say like a frame. I'm adding that frame to keep the shape of my cloth. I slightly changed the pattern. The previous washcloth had like 5 ridges and 5 rows of nubs. This has 4 ridges and 4 rows of nubs. And then I'm nearly done with it. I'm nearly done with it. I'm doing what? I'm on the second nub row. I still have to do 3 and 4, and then the last. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And when this is done, then I will start with how to video if you want to make yours. Yeah, so this, yeah, I'm happy with that. So if that's finished, then I'll do the nubs and the, I'll talk about the nubs. I used the ridges from this washcloth is what inspired me to do these ridges. And I thought, okay, when I did finish this one, I was very happy, and I thought, oh, it would look really cute if I did nubs with maybe with a vest or something, or a certain part of the leggings. And no, it was the washcloth is with a 4-ply, a cotton 4-ply, and this is with a double knit. So the little nub started to look like a big fat nipple, and I'm sorry, I don't want any nipples on my baby clothing. No, thank you. It looked horrible, and in this color, no, it didn't work out. Do not do nubs on your baby clothing with a double knit. No. To popcorns, yes. Nubs, definitely not. Okay. So that one is, yeah, that one is done. Next up. Let's see. Okay, let's do. I have been busy with this one, with my crochet rug mat. I did place a marker somewhere. I think the previous time I showed you this, I was on this block line. I have a stitch marker. I placed a stitch marker. Okay, here it is. Yeah. I was on the second row. Here I was. Yeah. This is where I was. So I finished the second row, and then I did a row of blue. And yeah, when that's done, yeah, I started with the row of red, and I'm still deciding if I'm going to do another row of blue. I think, yes, I will probably do another row of blue like this one, and then I'll do V-stitches onward. So what do you think? I think it's coming along nicely. The box stitches are looking beautiful. I did the first box stitch, I did with 3 double crochets. The second row of box stitches, I did like 3, 4, 3, 4, you know, just to increase the circle slightly. And with the third row of box stitches, every box is now 5 double crochets. 4 double crochets. To increase it slightly, to keep the circle flat. So yeah, those who's been in the shop, they would have seen this on the floor. And I'm glad that I was able to work on that a little as well. Normally it's just pushed aside, thrown on the floor. Too busy to deal with this at the moment. So I'm glad I had a chance to work on this. I had a couple of goes with this one. I think I had 3 or 4 times that I worked on this one. So yeah, it's getting nice and big. One of these days it's going to be too large to show on the journal. Okay, next up is my temperature blanket. It's going good. It's going good. Like, it was slow business. I've been very busy, so it's been I didn't work on it too much. We're still in August. We're there. Where's this? Yeah, this is on the 11th of August, and as you can see, this is where I stop the increasing, and then we start decreasing on the 2nd of September. We are very close, so it's like 20 days, no? Yeah, 20 days of increase rows, and then we start with the decreasing, and that's when it's gonna go pick up again. Okay, so this is what the color is starting to look like. Isn't that pretty? That's really pretty. Let me see if I can find the stitch marker. Okay, I don't think the stitch marker is on this side, but look at that. That's very, it's so calming to look at, even though it's got yellow in, but with the blue and the green that keeps on creeping up, it's so calming. It's exciting, but it's calming to look at. Let me check here. I think, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so this was the last time we saw each other, and now we are here. So this entire part, not much, but if you think on, it's how many stitches? I don't even count how many stitches. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of stitches, but I'm very happy with my progress. Rome wasn't built in one day. Look at that. Yeah, let me roll this one a little. Happiness. Okay, so you've seen a lot of photos of this blanket, so that's fine. I'm not gonna hassle you with any more of these. And then, oh no, I'm gonna have to get a new bag. The mirage grafiek. I have started with this a little. How many? Okay. Oh, that's why it's in the hat. It's keeping all the balls of all the balls of yarn. Okay, this is the front. That's the bottom. Okay. No, where's the? There you go. Okay, I'm just gonna pick these up. Okay. There you go. So this is how far I've come with the mirage grafiek. That's basically this little part here. and hopefully soon I'll be starting with the next feather tip somewhere there, and it's working out quite nice. Yeah, and it's going to be all blocked and hanging. It's going to look really pretty. Yeah, yeah, we're there. Okay, yeah, so we've still got a while to go. I think, where's this? This is at row 43. Yeah, and we're now at row 36. So yeah, we've got a couple to go, 8 rows to go. 8 or 9, no, 8 or 7. Okay, so yeah, this is actually going, when I do get started with it, it just flows. It's a very comfortable project to work with, irrespective with all the little toyings that's hanging here. Normally I work at the table, so you know, it's not hanging. I'm working flat with it, and then it goes a lot quicker. And like I said, it's actually quite a relaxing project to do. I'm already busy with the next graph, but it's not going to be corner to corner. It'll be like a normal single crochet. I'd like to try that. It'll be the normal single crochet. So yeah, that's that. An hour's worth of me going chappa 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 with only a couple of items. But I have a lot to say about the couple of items, because it's things that's either things I'm very proud of, or things that's going to reflect in videos. So I want to make sure that I've got all the angles and got the correct information, and that even though the Malgas tutorial, it's not really a tutorial, because it's also basically my first Malgas graph. So it's almost like the jumbo jumper, except not as complicated as the jumbo jumper. I thought it was going to be really complicated. Maybe when there are more colors, I don't know. Yeah, so the graph, this corner to corner graph, is a new experience for me as well. So I'm trying to take you with me on the as I work through the parts of the graph. But yeah, maybe I'm making it sound too much like a tutorial, because I'm always thinking of what if my mom wants to try something? Let me show her. Hey mom. You know, maybe she wants, if she sees, no, I can do it, and how I do it, and then she will have the courage to do something in the same line. I always know she'll take something and she makes it her own, and that's also nice. That's always nice, you know. Not a lot of people are capable of doing that. But yeah, so I've got now, hey, I have, if you want to, tell me if I should, because I've got the newborn sizes, and the rows are, I've got a spreadsheet for my newborn sizes, so that I can in the future use it with any other type of crochet stitch or whatever. So ask me if would you like to see a crochet tutorial video on any of the baby items, but at the moment it will only be leggings. I've got the newborn, I've got my finished totals for the rows and the stitch count and the amount of yarn that I used for the newborn, 0 to 3 months, and now I'm busy with 3 to 6 months. So let me know if you're interested in if I should make a tutorial on one of those sizes for a baby item. If you would like to do the same. Or you know, if yeah, it's like I know I'm lucky, or that I'm able to take something and then I can crochet something from that. You know, I took a legging and I saw, okay, I need stretch, so I need to use this stitch, and this is this, and this is that, and I need to take in mind, you know, where's the where I'm gonna, what do you call it? Die naad, die soem. We need to seam it together. And those, you know, I've already done all those calculations. So sometimes you just need somebody to do that for you, and then you can use that and make your own thing. But anyways, I'm getting all over the place. Yeah, so tell me if you're interested in me doing a tutorial on the baby leggings, but it will be in double knit. I haven't done any swatches yet on the 4-ply, and this is double knit pure gold. I will be making items with the cotton double knit, even though I've been wondering if I shouldn't do a couple of items in the cotton 4-ply, especially for summer items. You know, this is great for the warmer weather, or for here. You know, today it's yesterday it was blistering, today it's cold and rainy. So yeah, let me know. I'll stop chatting. I'll end the video now. I have I made some recordings of the, I don't know, visante, it's wild chickens, or yeah, pheasants, or I don't know what type of bird it is. Maybe let me know in the comments. I'm gonna I've got a couple of these birds I'm feeding in the morning, but they have like territorial feuds or something, because there's like 2 or 3 that doesn't like the others. So I'm feeding one group at the back of my house, and I'm feeding the other group at the front of the house. And then there's this little lone chicken, this little lone pheasant or whatever, that waits for everybody to go away, and then it'll come and I'll feed it separately, and then it will just take a bath, a little sand bath. It's really cute. And I took some videos of that and made some recordings, so I'll attach it as cute bonus videos at the end of this crochet journal. So I'll see you at the end of October, and hopefully I will see you soon in new crochet tutorials and videos and all those fun things. So bye.
Gooi 'n bietjie nog.
Gaan jy nog 'n bietjie kossies vir hom gooi? Daar's sy. Nog net 'n klein bietjie. Daar's sy, dis genoeg.
Nog goed met energie.
Hey, hoendertjie gaan verder bad in die sand. Ons bad in water, hulle bad in sand. Hey,